I love everything like photography, fashion, poetry, web design. I do graphic design. I used to draw, paint. Just a lot of people don't consider much of those things art, but they really are. It's just like form of expression. I was actually born in Puerto Rico in a little, I don't know if it's a city or a town. I really don't know Puerto Rico like that. I know it's Manatí. Then after I was like 1 or 2, my mom decided upon herself to move to Springfield. I've been moving back and forth to Chickabee and Springfield, so I was raised in both towns really. I started doing photography probably unintentionally since I was in high school, like taking camera phone pictures, and everybody used to love them. They're like, who took those photos? I'm like, my camera phone and me. But it started going serious when I went to New York actually. I went to Manhattan with a friend of mine in 2006, I believe it was 2006. I just knew that I wanted to take photos in New York on a stoop, and ended up being right in front of McDonald's and that big theater they had Lion King at, I don't know. But that photo made me want to take more photos for the fact that she posted them and everybody loved them and like want to book me. I was like, oh, I want you to take my photos. I would do a couple of like photos for free, and then I thought about it. I'm like, I should get paid for this. What interested me in these projects was basically the fact that I actually they seen something in me. Basically, they wanted me to work with them for a reason, and I would support anybody that would like to work with me, because it's like a gift to have people hit you up and want to work with you. Some people don't even get the opportunity, so I cherish every moment of it. And I started to slowly make my company. At first, I went through several names, but I eventually did get the name that I want, the Artistic Allure. At first, it started off as Artistic Needs, and I didn't really like it, and then I fell in love with the word allure, which has a very, very extensive definition. The definition is basically when you're alluring, you attract people by your persona and like the way you carry yourself, that it's like a natural being of you. My first camera was a Sony CyberShot, which the button eventually did fall off. So I had to use like a safety pen to make it click for me to take photos for a while. I taped it, so it did work for a while, but then I got a new camera. Nikki is what I call her. My Nikon is it's a D40. It's nothing really, really extravagant like the other photographers be having, but this is what basically got me where I am today. Appreciate it so much. It was actually a gift from me, from my mother, because she knew that I wanted a camera. Used to always hint to her for years and years, I want a camera. I was like, mine just has a safety pen, I can't work with it. And she got me this. Actually trying to upgrade soon, but that's a process, so I'm actually really happy to actually have a camera. Well, spider cracks and all, I love this camera so much. It gets me to point A to point B. My strength is to relate to the models and to actually to make them feel comfortable. Not a lot of photographers know how to do that, especially with females. They freak out, and I could actually relate to them since I model too, so I know exactly how they feel. My weaknesses, oh man, my weaknesses is probably lighting. Lighting is probably the one thing that scares me, because I have to make sure that everything's correct. Because if the lighting's off, the whole photo's off. I actually do have my own lighting equipment. It's just I haven't got the chance to use them because I'm scared to do studio or indoors. I did indoors, but they are a challenge. I love to use natural lighting because that's like the perfect lighting, especially before sunset. That's when the lighting is just perfect. The sun and the moon, the yin and the yang, the ocean and the desert. Really, in all reality, they all meet each other halfway. The oasis, the eclipse, the yin and the yang, the black and the white, the mixed gray. So we're all really the same and all in heart. One complements our differences and enhances our intuitions or enhances our heart and soul. Just because one is completely different from you doesn't make it seem that they're not meant for you. Or especially if someone is similar or close enough to you, they may complement everything about you. Maybe some insecurities, we may leave the one that we think are similar to ourselves because we don't want to inflict our soul. But in all reality, it's just maybe they're meant to be. Maybe you need someone to compliment to show who you really are or who you really aren't. So we just should all just really eliminate all the differences that we see upon each other or maybe similarities and appreciate the person for who they are, not who they're not. Love them for who they are, and maybe you might find someone that you are truly meant to be with. Or maybe your soulmate or maybe your love. Doesn't really matter. Because in all reality, we will always be the sun and the moon. What inspires me of poetry is basically expressing my feelings and my soul and my heart. Like so people can understand and relate. Because music is the same way, but I'm not blessed with singing, so I might as well just write out my heart and kind of share it subliminally to the fact that people would understand. Like I have performed in front of people. I've done free verses. I've actually did written work I had to recite. But the weird thing is I can actually feel better doing free verse because I actually freeze up when I have to read things and I stumble upon my words and I stutter. It's not the most appealing thing to do in front of a crowd. Web design I actually still do to this day. I've been doing it since Black Planet and Mi Gente. That's how long ago I've been doing that. And I do have my own website. My website is theartisticallure.com. Probably had it for like 5 years, I think. I think it was like 4 to 5 years. And that's like what I play with here and there to actually master things. I've done a website for Trey Songz's fan site. It was called Coming At Ya. It was like way back when he first came out. Then I did a logo for a company called Black Positive Image, and she was based in, I think Georgia was. Then I actually did a full-fledged magazine. I designed every single page. It was called Triple Magazine. And another actually did their logo as well. I redesigned their logo because it was like really wasn't as strong as it could have been. And I've done still raw photos logo. I've done my logo. I don't really remember how many because it's like I lose track of how many clients I've had. I just have a portfolio just to show people because I tend to forget over time. Modeling came after. Modeling wasn't really my thing because I'm not really a girly girl. I just started liking pink recently because I was like I used to be a tomboy. I used to wear Chicago Bulls jerseys, snapbacks, Jordans when I was little because my mom's husband wanted me to be a boy secretly, I guess. Yeah, modeling, I actually did make it to a publication. I made it to Spicy magazine as a pinup model, and it was pretty cool but intense because I am not really fit for that. So I had to suck in and push out and kneel here and kneel there, and it's just, I'm not really the big on lingerie, but I did it because, hey, like, it was the opportunity was given, and I did get paid for it, so it was pretty a good opportunity. My main future goal, I want to have a studio in LA and New York. That's what I'm striving for before I'm like 35, logically. Maybe before that, but that's what I'm hoping for. Inspire. Inspire others, inspire yourself. Try to be true to yourself. Do not follow other people's dreams because you believe you can make money off of quick dreams. All we do is believe in yourself, enter your soul, and express it to everyone else. Some people may think like, oh, she can do it, I can do it. Nah, you have to be born with it. You have to know what you're doing and know what you say of. Because at the end of the day, try to be yourself, not the other one next to you. Because at the end of the day, you are who you are. And everything we do is always going to be true to you. Done.